Hello, people. It's your boss man back again. Lawless has got great timing, Lawless. Fantastic timing. As always, make sure if you are joining us live, get your comments and drop a like, subscribe to the channel as always. Lawless, you're right. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, foolishly, I thought, let me change over to my 4G because, it started to act up and I thought I ain't got time for this foolishness, but I forgot that it would kick me out. So.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's all good, We haven't mentioned Grealish just yet, but, we'll get to that at some point. But listen, we got a fantastic panel for you. As you can see from the title, we are going to be predicting the last 16. If you haven't already, check out our previous prediction video where I got everything right. I'm joking. I think there's only one thing I've currently got right. I've got everything wrong, so I'm joking. Your coaches don't worse than me. I watched it back, so it's fine. I'm doing better than him, and you love to see it.
I hope you're joking, man.
I'm not. I'm actually not. But listen, let's introduce the panel. As you can see, first and foremost, we've got the homie, the co-host. Kojo is in the building from 3 in midfield. Kojo, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Everyone that I thought would go through, I think, went through. So I'm just going to take that as a W. But no, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Like I was saying prior, I missed everything yesterday because I was at a wedding, really selfish for my family to get married on that day, but it is what it is. I was sat with the phone out. It's not the same, is it? Do you know what I mean? You got to be
on a Wednesday as well. That's a bit
very strange.
Honest to God, they've literally chosen all the most bizarre days you could choose possibly. We got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Next week as well. I'm like, oh my God. I have to miss all the games again. It's like I need to somehow work it.
You need to get the streams up on your phone, mate, and be
I'm working some of them. I don't care. I have to, man. I can't be missing these games. But listen, obviously you already know the man, the myth, the legend, J-Lings, FC. We got Lawless from West Ham Fan TV in the building. Lawless, what you say, brother?
Yeah, man, all good. Been out and about, Brick Lane, all of that, getting some fresh, actually getting out of the getting out and about, getting some sun and enjoying myself. So, and I was going to take back my broken camera, so swings around about.
Of course.
Yeah, man, I'm still hurt about it.
No, you'll have to tell me how you broke it. But obviously, we haven't done a stream prior, so just quickly, happy birthday to Lawless on the stream. He did break his camera on his birthday.
Cheers.
It's not the greatest of things, but it is what it is.
Yeah, broke it on my birthday, by the way.
Listen, I've already said to you, I'll get you the J-Lings shirt when he signs. If he signs,
I thought he was gonna say you get me a new camera. I was gonna be like, wow.
Relax.
Listen, I'd create 100 accounts and subscribe.
Legit, I used to go to football shirts about 80 quid.
I'll go to the weddings for you, mate. I'll listen. Be a mask.
We look similar. I'm sure we get away with it. But listen, last but not least, for the first time from First 11 Fraud Watch every Friday, you love to see it. Rachel is finally in the building. Rachel, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me on. I've looked forward to this. Thank you for coming in.
Listen, we're going to have to get you more on when obviously Man United kicks off. As you guys know, Rachel's analysis is A1. So obviously, if you haven't already, make sure you show love on her content as well. But listen, let's get into it. It feels like it's been a while since we've done a podcast, but it is where it is. We're going to start with the Euro. In fact, no, should we just quickly just touch on transfer news because I've got to just
He couldn't help himself.
I've got to take a dig at Arsenal. I have to, innit? 50 minutes for Ben White, Lawless. Can you just quickly talk to me about that? What's going on in English, the English market, should we say?
It's weird. It's bizarre. I don't know what their transfer policy is. It seems desperate. It seems like, they're in just let's try and appease these fans by signing an okay English centre back for ridiculous money. But surely, they're spending 50 mil on him. I can't see they're going to be spending 200 mil in the transfer window. That's going to cut into more important positions, maybe that they're going to be looking to try and sign, unless they're going to be selling Smith Rowe, Aston Villa, big boy Aston Villa's coming in from Smith Rowe, so they're getting that money back, isn't it? When Aston Villa comes and he stakes a step up to the bigger club. Where's Cahill?
Oh no, honestly, man. Rachel, honestly, we did a show like 2-3 weeks ago when we was talking about Aston Villa being a step up, but one of our other co-hosts is an Arsenal fan, and literally 2 days later, all this Smith Rowe stuff kind of came out. So it's a running agenda. Kojo, what are your thoughts on the Arsenal situation? No, I'm not going to talk about Sancho, just FYI, because I don't want to use
Oh, good.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
We're not mentioning Sancho. His name is banned until he signs.
He's banned on my channel. We don't say his name on my channel.
I'm
None of that.
tired of it. I'm tired of it, honest to God. But Kojo, what are your thoughts on Ben White? Do you think that's a good signing? I think it's a good signing, but they have got 9 other centre backs. I don't know what's happening.
It's not a bad signing because he's better than pretty much all of the defenders, probably, maybe bar Gabriel, maybe, but Arsenal fans are gutted because I think this means the end of Saliba's time at Arsenal, if you can call it a time, because he's not even played. So they're not really feeling it right now. It makes sense to make this signing. He's better than Holding. They've lost Luis. Who else they got?
Mavropanos.
Not Mavropanos. No, not him. The Argentine centre back.
Is he gone?
Mavropanos.
Yeah, he's been gone a long time ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know, honestly.
I think of is it Mari? I forgot his name. The guy that plays for Arsenal.
Mari.
Yeah, they've got him as well.
They got
So
Carfu as well. They got Carfu in there. So.
Yeah, of course. Callum Carfu. So
no.
It's a good signing. It's a good signing, but of course they got it because they want Saliba to play. So unless
you know what, I just realised the only memory Arsenal fans will have of Sevilla is that Saliba is that video of him filming the other player enjoying himself in the changing room. That's literally.
Oh my goodness!
That's all that they.
I forgot about that video.
I forgot that was completely right on my memory. Cheers, though, it's for reminding us.
Bringing it back.
But listen, I'm gonna switch up obviously because we don't really care too much about Arsenal to us. Rachel, in terms of players you've seen at the Euros, is there any player that has caught your eye? Because you know how football Twitter is. You know, one good 45 minutes. You know that plays the best in the world. You know, we've seen it. I'm sure you would agree. But is there anyone in particular that's caught your eye? Not necessarily for Man United in particular, but just in general.
So the way I do things with international football is I don't judge them purely on international football. So a lot of the players like Locatelli, for example, he's looked very impressive for Italy, but that doesn't mean that he'd be good enough to sort of play in the Premier League or for a bigger team yet. But I think Locatelli's looked very impressive so far. He's very, very good on the ball. A lot of Italy's midfielders are really good on the ball. Isaac as well has looked really impressive for Sweden as well. Very good.
Isaac's been doing it all season though. Why people not? I don't understand. Like all of a sudden, people are just raving about Isaac like he's not done that all season. Like, even against us in the Europa League, he did score passes. I know it was ruled off offside, but he was absolutely destroying us because of his pace. So it's like I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of ignorance in that side because people don't watch other leagues. If you know what I mean.
But it's fair enough to be fair because I don't watch the Italian league or anything like that often. So, not anymore. I'm going to do it next season, but that's what everyone. Well, I think it was my friend Will actually. He was telling me about Locatelli. He was like, keep an eye out for him. He's a really good player. So all I know is what Will's told me and what I've seen in the Euros. He's very impressive. But obviously, international football is the pace of it's a lot slower. They get a lot more time on the ball unless you're playing against a very specialized team. So it's a different sort of proposition when it comes to club football and obviously playing for better teams with different sort of styles. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. And Renato Sanchez. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. He actually dominated the midfield with Kante and Pogba, and no one's talking about it. And I find it very impressive that he actually was able to do that with Kante and Pogba in there. He actually outperformed them. So,
Yeah, no, I just got to run my Pogba agenda, so that's why I've not mentioned it, to be honest. So, obviously, when it comes to Pogba, I've got to be as biased as I possibly can get. But Renato, I couldn't be happy for him because he's had a very difficult period in his career. So it's good to see him come back strong and flourish. Just quickly, my cousin's done
Mandates money that says I need money.
These guys are crack up. Don't really invest when you got it. My cousin's broke his card. He's gone through a period of time in it. But shout out as always, bro. Listen, Kojo, talk to me as someone who is, I would say, is a connoisseur of football in terms of other leagues. I normally go to Kojo. I'm not gonna lie. If I now link to some random guy, I don't go to YouTube. I go to Kojo. Kojo's my guy. Kojo, apart from the ones that have already been mentioned, is there anyone else that you reckon has done well? Obviously, we are going to speak about star players a bit later on, but in terms of anyone that might be able to cut in the Premier League, so to speak.
In terms of cutting in the Premier League, I don't know, because there will probably be many names I could mention, and then they could fumble it. I mean, in the past, I said Aguero would do it in the Premier League, and he broke my heart in the Premier League. And then also in the past, I said Eric Lamela will cut in the Premier League. And apart from Rabonas, he's not really doing it in the Premier League. So it's a bit 50-50. One person that surprised me that I've never really paid attention to, I've always thought, he's a bit, to me, is Dumfries. It might just be a tournament thing, but he's dropped the name. Sorry. But he's, like, the way he's performing is quite monstrous. I'm very impressed by the way he's going forward. His positional awareness is good as defensively as well. And he's getting goals, which is a very underrated thing for a right back. You're going to mention in tournament football, it's very important for everyone to add goals to the team. So he's one that surprised me. I'm not going to shout him out though in a big way. I'm just saying right now he's doing his thing, but I'm not going to say sign him to challenge Wan-Bissaka. I'm just saying he's doing well. That's it.
No, this has worked out so perfectly. It's almost like I planned it. But there's one guy that's really shined for me, and as you're the last guy, Loris, he goes by the name of Yarmolenko.
Pray for the Yama.
So thoughts on Yarmolenko because of a couple of other divisions, Loris. He's been absolutely fantastic.
This is what he does. Like he turns up all the time for his country, and then the first season at West Ham he was brilliant. He had, he was scoring bangers, all sorts of things, and then he gets that bad injury against Man United, I think it was, when he lands on his foot funny, and then he's never been the same since. And to me, I'm looking at this and I'm just seeing like, all right, that's another mil, another mil. You know what I mean? Let's get him sold and add that to the transfer, thing. Like, I like Yarmolenko and I'm happy for him, and he seems like a really likable guy. But I just don't think he has a future at the club. So I'm just hoping that this just gives us a little bit more in the way of, a little bit more weight in order to sell him to another club. So unless you Man United, maybe, you know what I mean, want a bit of Yarmolenko.
No,
listen,
we okay.
Don't let them people hear you. Just don't do that.
I know exactly.
No,
And then we were linked to Longstaff and bloody Brooks, so Yarmolenko won't be far up.
Longstaff.
Honestly, God, I'll never forget when Longstaff thought he's a bad man scoring passes, and he was like, "Do they inject into your veins?" I was like, "Shut up, man."
Let me tell you, like, Declan Rice ended his career. Declan Rice ended that guy's career. We was getting Newcastle fans all the time going, "No, Rice ain't Longstaff." We had this guy, he called himself Geordie Ric Flair on Twitter. He was throwing himself into walls. Yeah, he was bouncing off walls. Yeah, he was doing all this. He was doing all of that guy, and like this, that, and the other. And then Declan Rice bangs a goal against Newcastle, and there's a picture of Declan Rice doing that while Longstaff is like looking all sad. And then we never heard about Longstaff ever again. So
thank God.
Thank goodness.
And it literally.
Yeah.
As we're saying, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Obviously we appreciate all this stuff. Paul, there's a lot of people in the comments just having their own discussion as always. You love to see it. Honestly, God, it happens literally every show with that. So if you've got any questions, let me know. Obviously, if you're talking to each other, then I can't point it on screen. But anyways, let's move on to the first topic of discussion, which is which team has surprised you the most. I mean, the most obvious one is obviously Hungary, isn't it? I mean, if Hungary was any other group, they could have gone through. Like, they were 5 minutes away from one of the biggest upsets in football history, I think, personally. I know Iceland beat England, and that was definitely up there. But Hungary to get through in that group would have been outrageous. But Kojo, I'm going to come to you first and foremost. Which team have improved the most? But I mean, is there any team that surprised you, even if it's in a positive and negative way? What are your thoughts?
I'll say Croatia, and I know that's a bit of a wild one because they've still got quality players in their team, but because of the age, I thought that at some point their time would run out, and I thought that this will probably be the groups where they get knocked out, and then you start to see the decline of the team bit by bit. You see new blood coming in, but Modric, Perisic, the old heads have really stepped up to their game yet again, and that's what quality is. Quality is permanent, or class permanent, as the saying is anyway. So, they're the team that surprised me. I thought they'd get knocked out in the groups. I don't think they'll go far. Someone's dog is on a mad thing.
Sorry, that's mine. Apologies, guys.
Shout him out still. Shout him out still.
But
no. Honestly, just yeah. I don't know. There's not much I can say about them apart from they just really surprised me this tournament so far. But they got Spain next, so let's see what they're saying.
I kind of disagree. I'm not gonna lie. I think they'd be very disappointing, Croatia.
Really?
I know. Obviously, like you said, they've got older heads. I know Rakitic is dead, and Mandzukic obviously retired. But I was expecting more from them in this group. I really was. Like they just scraped through past Scotland. Like
let's go from World Cup finalists. Like
exactly.
Like,
imagine that was England, right? I know the situation is different because England's got a young crop of players compared to them having an aging one. I mean, if that was England, would you have had the same sentiment? I don't feel like you would have.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I thought personally that I didn't think they would finish up even above Scotland. Not that I even rate Scotland. It's just a fact of I thought that they just needed to now try and blood new young talent because I thought these old guys were at the end of their tether and it's like, well, you're not going to get much from them. But they've stepped up at least when they were needed anyway. So let's see what happens with Spain next.
I mean, it's a free game in it for whoever's playing. Who's playing him? Is it Holland?
Croatia, Spain.
Oh, Spain. Oh, well, never mind. Dubravka can't play every game in it for Spain, and it put it that way. We got a message from Akil in Turkey. We'll come back to that. Big Ron, it's not his birthday today, but obviously happy birthday to Lawless. Obviously just showing love. Turkey's a funny one, actually. I mean, I'm going to quickly speak about them because I wasn't someone that overly rated them, but they've been absolutely embarrassing. Like, the fact that they got 0 points and they got all these top players. Man, we're telling me Sionchu's better than Maguire, by the way. What's the situation? Yeah, Lawless, man. Turkey, man. Come on, man. I know you had money on Turkey to win it, Lawless. Come on, man.
No, I don't see where the ratings come from. I don't see what any of this hype was based on. Like they have, like Turkey as a nation has produced some really good footballers over the years, but when you look at this team of players, like what are we basing it on? Like to hype them up to the levels that they was getting hyped on as dark horses and they're gonna do this and that. Like I'm really not surprised. Cheers, Ben. It was actually Saturday, by the way. So
that's right. We'll pretend it's today.
Yeah. I'm a true gent.
It's all good. Keep showing them love. I take you as my dark horse. Honestly, that really doesn't surprise me at all, boss. But I'm gonna throw Germany out there. I know Germany literally just got through, literally. But I feel like even with England playing Germany right now, everyone is writing. I know we're going to come into the knockout prediction and all that kind of stuff, so I don't want to go into too much detail. But everyone's kind of written Germany off, Richard. Like, what are your thoughts on Germany's performance? They're in a very difficult group. They had one very good win against Portugal, and they dug in and they got the win at the end when it really mattered. But how have you seen Germany so far in the tournament?
I think they played quite well and in parts against France. To be honest with you, I thought they played some really good stuff. They were very intense. They did try to press high up. They did play down the space as well. They've got their midfield's really good on the ball. The only problem is that off the ball, sometimes they're a bit leggy in midfield. I don't like the Gundogan Cruz pivot. I think Kimmich is probably one of the best players in the world, but at times I feel like he's wasted on the right. I think he'd be better in the middle. I completely agree. So it's a difficult one for them. They don't have a striker either. I don't know. I can't remember his name. The
Vlanders, Volland, what's his name? Kojo.
Yeah, apparently he's not even a 9. He's not even a 9. I didn't know that because I didn't know. I don't watch French football. He plays for Monaco, I think.
He's not good.
Yeah, I've heard, so that's what I've heard. I've heard he's not good and he's not even a 9. So Germany don't have a striker. They have false 9s and inside forwards. They don't have a striker, so that could bite them.
They got Timo in it, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's
Germany don't have a striker. You don't know this.
Oh, funny, just set you up for that. But listen, first and foremost, regarding the Kimmich thing, just go with the buy-in spine. For the love of God, you've got it there. Like, I know Cruz has to play, I understand that, but Cruz, Kimmich, and Goretzka in midfield for me, it's enough. Like, I think that will do the job. Like, give Goretzka the license to join the attack. Just put Muller in the false 9 because you haven't got anyone else. and he's got a goal in him. That's what I would personally do. But Kojo, what are your thoughts on Germany at the moment? England are playing them as well. It seems like most of the bookies have got England 90% winners. Literally no one's rating Germany at all. But how do you feel going into that one?
Sorry, what did you say? You said that people are rating England to beat Germany.
I mean, everyone. I've not had anyone. I've not seen anyone on social media.
Must I remind
people on your timeline?
Must I remind people of quote unquote from Mourinho football heritage? Because really and truly, I'm apart from the Hungary game. I think in the other two games they did what they could. I agree with Rachel that against France they play well in spells, but when you play France, the France are also a very good side. So that's a game that can go either way. Against Portugal, they absolutely trounced them. At some point, they got into the rhythm and you saw the best of Germany. But the Hungary game, I don't want to say it's unacceptable because they got through anyway, but it kind of is because you're expected to beat them. And whether it's a 5-0 or 1-0, you're expected to get the win. The fact that they laboured to that win, to that draw rather, was quite alarming for them. So I guess that's why people are sort of writing them off, because if England were to beat them, they've got a so-called easier route to the final than maybe some of the other sides. As for the Kimmich thing, listen, for me, it's just as simple as this. Kimmich is the best right back and defensive midfielder on the planet. So wherever they want to put him, he will excel. But I do like the idea of that midfield three, because that is a very good midfield three. So
I mean, someone in the chat spot, you can't leave Gundogan out, which is completely right. You could technically put him.
You could because he's not better than the other three.
I mean, for me personally, I think it's an absolute embarrassment that Goretzka's not starting. Like
he was injured.
I know he's been injured, but I think the last couple of games, I know he's come on and scored, but. I feel like for me, he should be on that. He should be on that pitch. He's so underrated. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he's been fantastic for Bayern Munich. He's scored so many important goals for them. But moving away from Germany, because obviously we'll be discussing regarding England. I've got to ask, because probably the team that's been the most impressive for me personally. Obviously, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Has to be Italy. It has to be. Lawrence, what's been the team that's impressed you the most? For me, it has to be Italy, because I just think they've been so efficient and they've just been fantastic. I don't think they conceded, if I'm not wrong. They're probably the only team that hasn't conceded. But Lawrence, what are your thoughts? Who's the team that's impressed you the most?
Yeah, I mean, Italy is a great shout. It's so funny. Like, I was just, when Facebook says, "Oh, remember you tweeted this like 12 years ago or something?" Like 9 years ago, I was just, tweeting, Facebooking about Italy had just knocked us out. I think on penalties to the Euros, and I was pining for Diamanti to come back to West Ham. So it could be, like in Italy. Imagine that in Italy-England final, you could see it. Like you can actually see it with the route. But yeah, Italy, I think could go all the way. I think Denmark have been really impressive, just how that they've really bounced back and soldiered on. Like really, I thought they was done, because not only obviously it's a traumatic event, but it's arguably their best player. Like
he is their best
out,
player,
really.
Surely.
Yeah,
so they've lost him. He was playing Finland as well, innit? So they had you against them as well. So the odds were stacked against them. Yeah,
exactly. If you got me against you, the odds are truly stacked against you. So they've just impressed me just from that standpoint of how that they've been able to move on from that and actually qualify. That's really impressive. But yeah, Italy are going to be the ones to watch, football wise. Like I said, France were like early doors, just their squad, and early on in the tournament. But that Portugal game, I saw a lot of holes there in that France team, a lot of weaknesses that you're thinking, they ain't, as strong as I thought.
All right. We'll get to the prediction shortly, don't we? I don't want to say too much on that, man. I was going to say who's disappointed the most, but I think I don't know if everyone agrees. It's got to be Turkey, given the hype that they had prior to the competition. Obviously, if there's anyone else,
why were they hyped? Because of they do well every now and then tournament. I
didn't hype them.
I know you didn't, but yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I suppose Belgium have been decent as well, but they're standard. But listen, let's move on to star players. I kind of just put this in here because this is the only thing I've currently predicted correctly. Which was who I think the player of the tournament is going to be. Obviously, in the video, everyone said this individual player. And the player that I've I mentioned, for me personally, is currently the star player of the tournament. That is Paul Labile Pogba. Without a shadow of a doubt. I know there's a couple of other people that have definitely done it as well, don't get me wrong. But I think Pogba's been top draw all 3 games. I didn't think he was man of the match first game. I know they gave it to him. I thought it was Kante personally, but it is what it is. Kojo, who's been your star players and why so far? Obviously, you can gas with Pogba as well.
I said Immobile is the one to watch for me in the first one.
Yeah.
I'm happy about him because for me he's been a gunman for a long time anyway. But if you're talking about star, I'm not gonna say Pogba because you've chosen him.
I mean, that was my prediction at the start. That's why I've said it.
Oh, fair enough. I might, I'm gonna go with Barella from Italy.
Yeah,
because he's been solid. He's been dropping good 7, 8 out of 10. He's not been scoring the goals, being your Locatellis and everyone else around him, but he does his job and he does it perfectly. He's part of the main reason why Italy are ticking right now. And he's proven to be one hell of a midfielder more and more. He had a fantastic season with Inter Milan, virtually undroppable, and he's brought into the international team. So, yeah, I'll big him. And, of course, my boy Chiro, because he's banging goals as per usual.
He's an absolute honest to God, the amount of disrespect on Immobile's name on Twitter again. That app is absolutely shocking. For football opinions, it's so bad. The people they're calling him a tapping merchant. Honestly, God, it pains me. But it is what it is.
A tapping merchant, that is an art to be a tapping merchant.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you. You say people on their knees begging Ruben Nistelrooy every time he scores goals.
These guys.
No, it's tapping merchant.
If Van Nistelrooy was around, they literally would say he can only score from 6 yards. That's what they would say.
All he does is tap and score penalties.
We're begging for that right now, to be honest.
Hernandez, I want Hernandez in his prime.
Do you know what? I used to have them arguments with like other West Ham fans about Andre Ayew, and people used to go, "Oh, he can only score tap-ins." It's like, who gives a shit? The ball ends up in the back of the net. That's all that matters. Who cares if it's a 20 yards or 6 yards, mate? Like, he scores goals.
That's it.
Listen, it is what it is. But listen, Rich, I wanted to ask you about Pogba, because I know you're on Twitter, similar to myself, quite a fair bit. And you must have seen the whole, for France, Pogba's basically, world class. And then for Man United, he's shocking, X, Y, and Z. For me personally, it's an absolute myth. But, why would you say that his performances have been far superior and consistently, should we say, for France over the main now? What do you think the major differences are?
So,
the glaring ones.
Do you know what's funny? I don't think Pogba's actually doing that much different in terms of his own personal performances for United and France. I just think France have better players. They have better movement.
Absolutely.
When you have better players around you who move the ball quicker, who can play on your level, I just think everyone will thrive in that sort of environment, wouldn't they? And it would be the same at United if we had a midfield that could blend in with Paul Pogba, we had the front three that were constantly moving the way sort of Mbappe does, because his movement's brilliant for his age, Mbappe. Griezmann is also fantastic on the ball, the way he holds up the ball, and Benzema is the same. You put those players around Pogba at club level, and he will thrive the same way he would with France. The only problem Pogba has really is that sometimes he holds onto the ball too much, but he does that for France as well. He does the same thing for France. He literally he performs the same way. It's just he has better players for France. That's all it is with me and Paul Pogba.
I couldn't agree with the statement more if I tried, because that's exactly what I've been saying. There's this myth that he doesn't perform for Man United. And me and Kojo have had this conversation so much time, and the conclusion that we had was the major factor is the lack of movement in front of him at Man United. Like, Rashford arguably is the only one who really moves. But even then, he wants the ball to feet too many times. You've seen when Rashford's had success this season, that's his past, is when he's running in behind, like with the Lindelof passes. Even Bruno's found him a couple of times running behind. And I think that's something that, of course, their quality is way superior than ours. There's no denying that. But I think Pogba's been brilliant for us this season as well. I thought he's done really well. But obviously, let's ask Lawless. A rival fan here. Lawless, what do you think the major difference is? Of course, Kante, let's not BS. Kante is a huge part of Pogba's success at France, because, it's Kante, isn't it?
Yeah. Kante is definitely a big difference. And I think, like, he seems to thrive when he's got players in front of him that find space. Do you know what I mean? Because the balls that Pogba plays, like, strikers, forwards, any forward would die to be on the end of them balls. But for some reason, like you were talking about, sometimes the movement up front just isn't there, or there's a bit of naivety. Like I said, like Martial has not been himself. You've got someone like that who was actually usually would be an ideal, like Martial, like when he was at his peak, is an ideal player to play with. Like now Martial is just
don't disrespect my striker.
We need that Martial. You need that Martial that had the flipping commentary team going, oh yes, like what's that one?
He was on the left too. And he was on the left.
Exactly.
Yeah. You need a striker badly. Like imagine the amount of assists Pogba could be getting, right, if he had someone who could seriously just bang goals, like maybe like like a Lukaku. I knew you were gonna
say that name. I knew you were gonna say that name.
We don't speak on Lukaku.
But look at how he's thriving with De Bruyne. Him and De Bruyne is like, match made in heaven. Like Lukaku. Imagine, because I don't think like it wasn't that Lukaku Pogba didn't work, but I think that there was other players in and around that probably didn't. Didn't help in terms of being able to link up with Lukaku and, holding the ball so he could then find his space and get into the positions that he wanted to get into. But yeah, Lukaku, man, that's a player that you even could do with at the club. You need someone to just bang goals like up front. Rashford, I don't know what's happened to that guy. It's sad.
Rashford's injured. I'm not going to criticize him. Honestly,
it's probably
his management. His actual management is worse than Wayne Rooney's. Like honestly, it's really bad. I think it's gone massively under the radar. Like people are reporting how badly Rashford's been treated. It's like from medical. He's going to be injured for like he needs to rest like for a long period. He needs to do what Pogba did in December.
So why was he taken to the Euros though? Like this is what I'm saying. Like
because he doesn't know rest himself because he himself doesn't know rest.
It's his own problem. That's what I mean. The people around him aren't looking after him. He's a young lad. Obviously, he's gonna want to play. It's the Euros, isn't it?
He's released his own book. He's old enough. He's released his own book. He's given out advice to kids. Listen, he's old enough to make decisions on his own abilities. I can say that. There's no point making excuses for him. He's chosen to do this. So if his career comes short because of it, then it's his own fault, unfortunately.
His career is definitely going to come short. He needs to get into politics ASAP. But that's for a different show. I'm going to put this comment on here. Martial will be returning. I'm coming for Kojo and Ozzy. Are you taking this?
Come for me.
Why me?
Because you gave up on him. You gave up on him. You admitted that you did a show and you given up. You said, "No, you know what? If someone comes in for him, you conceded defeat."
No. I said if there's a possibility that we can get Kane and Martial be a make weight in that deal, then I'll get rid of him. I never said anything else. I never said I'll sell him minus that. But if it's for Kane. And I know Kojo will agree with me. Yeah. I'm going to start with the sentiment. I love Martial.
You'll get the England Kane. That's what you'll get. You won't get the Tottenham Kane. You'll get the England Kane. That's what will happen. You'll come to Man United.
What's this myth that I know Kane's not scored, right? And I hear that. But England has scored 2 goals. Why are you reacting like we're creating a plethora of opportunities? And Kane's being branded as a flop, right? And we've scored 2 goals. That's it. We look at the amount of talent England have got going forward, and they've only scored 2 goals against the shittest teams in the competition. Let's be real. Like, there's some really bad teams in England's group. Now, Scotland aren't particularly good. I know they did well against England and whatnot. But
respect like Croatia and Czech Republic, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that you're kind of disrespecting them a little bit.
No, I don't care.
But Czech Republic and Croatia, come on.
What, bro?
Ain't no mucks.
This ain't the Croatia of 2 years ago, man. The coach has already got through that. They're all old. That old 34, 30, all the top players.
But do we rate England here as well?
I mean, I'm saying the plethora of talent that England have got, and you've only scored 2 goals, and you're blaming Kane.
This is my problem, yeah. Because you got Spurs fans are crying their eyes out, right? Because Kane's getting a little bit of criticism, and I wish Kish was here. But come on, he's got to take some responsibility.
I agree.
No, yeah.
He does. He
Like,
needs to do something as well. Don't get
We've
me wrong.
got
He's
we've
not
got
blameless.
Sterling, who's a flipping winger, who's banged two goals.
He's just
We've
got
had
toughness.
John Stones like hit the post. Foden hit the post. He like literally like what is Kane? Kane is a guy, and this is what I'm saying. Kane isn't the sort of striker who, you just need to put the ball to his feet in the box for him to score. Like he in Spurs, he can create as much as people create for him. Like his link up play. Look how many assists that he's bagged in the league. Like it's ridiculous.
But that's the thing, though. At least he's got at least one or two people running for him. In England, again, is ball to feet.
Yeah.
Again, even Jack Grealish came on link play, ball to feet. He didn't make any runs in behind him once.
Grealish is not running behind anyways in general. That's not his game.
Exactly. It's all
exactly.
If you want Kane to assist something, like so when Kane gets the ball from deep, Son is on his bike.
Son.
He's off. He knows.
It's that Pogba and Mbappe there.
That's it.
I'm just saying, like, why don't other strikers get this same like let off whenever they don't score?
He's not getting service.
Agendas. That's right.
Oh, Giroud got let off in the World Cup. When France won it, because he linked up play so well, and even though he didn't score a single goal, he didn't get any criticism because his performances were worth it. So Kane's been horrendous anyway in these games. Even when he drops deep to get the ball, he's not doing much with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And no one's really doing anything in their front line. There's a they're disjointed in the midfield. England. There's something really wrong with their midfield.
That's my point. Yeah.
Really wrong with it. So they need to sort.
Why is Bamford not been called to get taken to the Euros? I don't understand.
I mean, I would have taken Danny Ings personally. That's just me. Like I think I don't. We got all green. I went to Greenwood to go really, but obviously he pulled out injured. But
what over Bamford?
Greenwood over Bamford is what you just asked me.
Is that what you'd have? Obviously, you'd have it.
I mean, if that's
the
question,
to be biased.
I mean, that's not really biased.
That is biased.
You know what I mean?
You hate Leeds and you love Man United.
Listen, I ain't got nothing against Leeds. I do actually, that's a lie. But I don't care. Bamford misses. You watch the games? Do you watch Leeds?
But Bamford,
at least he's in there. At least he's in there. I think. What Lawrence is trying to say is that if you want to take off Kane or another midfielder for a striker, you brought on Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you're not getting runs either. Like you need variety. You know what I mean? So like how Portsmouth.
Yeah, but that's why I would have taken Ings because Ings is somewhat different.
Yeah, Ings is different. Ings is different, 100%. Yeah.
Ings would get injured like the moment he steps on the pitch, like.
Yeah, but he scored before he got injured, so that's all right. That's what we need.
Yeah, he'll score while getting injured.
Exactly. Daniel's really asking it.
Mikel Antonio, wait a minute.
I knew you were going to say this guy.
Mikel Antonio.
I was waiting for Mikel.
He's on a plane to Jamaica. He's going to rescue Jamaica, who just lost to the under-23 Japan team. He's going to save their team when he could be saving England.
He's gonna his hamstrings are done on the plane as we're speaking, man.
But imagine.
Listen, the point I was making is Kane hasn't been good, but the whole system at England is shocking. Under Southgate, basically, it's not. No one's performing really. We just you scored 2 goals in 3 games. For me personally, it's not good enough. But listen, shall we get on to the last 16 predictions? Because we're already 40 minutes in, surprisingly. So I'm going to pass it over to Kojo. So basically, oh, look at that! I can't see shit, but Kojo will reach stuff out. Good thing I know my flags. But anyways, so how it's going to work is we're going to go through each fixture. We're going to predict who goes through. And then we're basically going to keep going until we say who's won in it.
Can you full screen it? My OCD of seeing all
of this. No, I can't.
You can't. It's right in the bottom corner.
I mean, I can't see. You're gonna have to just read it out to us. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
No, all we have to do is press the little double arrow in the corner, and it will full screen it. The bottom right corner.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, okay, hopefully this is better. Otherwise, we've just got black screen at the moment. Oh,
there we go.
I'll just set off camera for me. There we go. Right, here we go.
All right, I don't know what's going on. Kojo, anyways, over to you, mate. Should we start? We're going to have to start with Portugal, Belgium, and Kojo, what are you saying?
It's a tough game. It's a very, very tough game.
I have to say, we're going to have to do this democratically because obviously it's not going to work otherwise, is it? Because we need to agree on the team, so kind of. Because
Oh, is it? We're not doing individual predictions, no?
I mean, it would be all night if we do individuals, and then we're gonna have to agree with it. Yeah, so we're gonna somewhat have to agree in it. So, Kojo, Belgium, Portugal. What are you saying? Has he crashed? I don't know if he's doing.
No, I'm here.
This is
Oh,
a
you
tough
just-
prediction. This is tough,
All right,
man.
this is a hard way to start. Get your comments in. Obviously, if we do tie 2-2, I'm gonna go based on the comments. And obviously,
Okay.
just take your guys as the judges, so to speak, unanimous thing. So we've got 2 Portugal wins at the moment, Kojo. Yeah,
I'm going Portugal as well, actually.
okay, so we've got 1 Portugal and a lot of people in the chat. Rachel, over to you. Who are you going for, Portugal or Belgium?
Portugal. Ronaldo. That's it.
That's what I'm actually going to get more fancy for this one. Lawless, what you saying? If you say Portugal, I don't even get a vote, but it's all good.
Jeez. No, I thought I would be the only one saying Portugal because Belgium get hyped to the moon every single tournament. But like Kojo said earlier, it's football heritage. Ronaldo,
Yes.
Ronaldo, man, the guy's got ice in his veins. He's a winner. You know, and they do have a good team, man. Maybe this is the game where your boy Bruno Fernandes steps up and shows what he's about.
Has he been playing?
I don't know, like that's maybe he'll turn up for this one.
He could have been in the Who's Disappointed segment, but I didn't want to slag him off because I don't want that smoke. But it is what it is. We don't need to go into Bruno hate. I love the guy. But listen, I'm going to say Portugal as well. It's a clean sweep. So if Belgium do win, the rest of our predictions are completely null and void. But it's what it is. So just take it as let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. We got a lot of people saying Portugal actually. Ronaldo 2, Belgium 1. All right, okay. Portugal to win. Kojo striking a pose. Madonna Vogue style. You love to see. I don't know. Okay. I'm so buzzing for the Germany game. Okay, Lukaku terrible. You know what? I think Lukaku has got a goal in, to be fair, but we'll have to wait and see. Next one, if I'm not wrong, is Italy via Austria. So obviously the winners of this will be playing Portugal in our eyes. I'm just going to start this off because for me it's straightforward. I'm going to say Italy. I don't think anyone's going to disagree. Kojo, who are you going for?
Italy. Uncle Immobile.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want to say it's a no-brainer, but it kind of is. Lawless, you got Italy as well.
Yeah. I say Italy, but you never know. Like Arnautovic, I think is back for that game.
Oh, this guy.
He's gonna be hungry to bag a goal, and I think he'll bag a goal. Just depends on whether they can stop Italy from scoring. But
Okay.
yeah, the smart money's Italy, but this could be one of them like super shocks. So you never know.
All right. So basically, we've got Portugal v Italy in the next round, which probably means it's going to be Belgium v Austria. So put your money on that. France v I can't see who that is.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, of course. Okay. Shaqiri's done well, to be fair to him, but you know he's a Liverpool player, so I can't give him any props. Look, France is again lightweight for me personally. Kojo, what are you going for?
No, France. Pogba. Masterclass.
I don't know why we're even bothering with this one, but Rachel, who are you going for?
France. Yeah.
France and Lawless.
Yeah, has to be France. Has to be France.
Yes. Okay. These are the easy ones, and then we're going to get a bit harder. And last but not least, Croatia v Espanyol, aka Morata can't score from anywhere. Not even from the pen spot. I don't know what is going on with that guy. Like, I was desperate for him to come my United, but obviously it's not panned out. I'm going to go for Croatia because I think Spain have been really bad. I know they just won 5-0, but I haven't got a striker. Like I know that's a bit of a weird comment given that they scored 5 goals, but they really haven't got anyone to score. Like that doesn't even make sense given the scoreline. But anyways, it's what it is. Kojo, what are you going for?
No, I'm going Croatia as well. I think they'll find the weaknesses in Spain and I'll set pieces and kill them off.
Okay, everyone's agreeing at the moment. I don't like this because it seems too nice. Rachel, who are you going for?
I'm gonna go for Spain to beat Croatia.
There we go. We got one. We got Spain in the chat as well. Got 2 Croatians, 1 Spain in the chat. So obviously, if Lawless goes for Spain as well, the chat decides who goes through. Simple as that. Lawless, who are you going for?
Listen, I thought I'd be the only one saying Croatia. Listen, Spain.
No.
Spain
Why
ain't
you
given.
always started like that? I thought everyone was going to say Croatia. Like, you know.
Yeah, I fully thought everyone was going to be like Spain because they bagged a load of goals. But listen, they ain't gave no minutes to Fornals. And that is going to come back to bite them in this game, right? Croatia.
It was man saying that I'm biased not so long ago.
You're right, they cannot. Yeah, they're going to go out and I'm going to go, that's what you get. Should have played for Nars. You would still be in the competition. Croatia, Slaven Bilic FC going through.
Right, okay, so that means we've got Italy v Belgium and France v Croatia, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Oh, no, sorry, Portugal v Italy. I've got something wrong. Right, Portugal v Italy. This one's a hard one, actually. Ooh. I know what, I've not given this any thoughts. I feel like Portugal, Italy. I'm going to go for a bit of a shock. I'm going to say Italy.
Is it?
The reason it's a shock is because Portugal got Ronaldo, innit? I have Portugal to do well this time.
And Fernandes. I love how you forgot Fernandes, the guy who actually currently still plays for you.
I mean, you said you don't want me to be biased, so like
the guy who's a Man United fan, so you're being biased.
Right, no, I'm gonna say Italy. The reason being not because of what they've done in the group. I just think from what I've seen of them, they're very well drilled as a team. I think Portugal, although they've got a lot of talented players, they seem very reliant on individuals, similar to Man United actually in a sense. But obviously that's just in my opinion. Kojo, what do you reckon?
I'm going to say Portugal.
Okay, so we've got a lot. I think I'm on my own on this one. Rachel, what do you say? Portugal or Italy?
Italy. I'm going to go Italy.
Yes, Rachel, let's go. Let's go. Lawless, you get the deciding vote.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, like Kojo, I can't back it. I can't see where you got that from. I'd be interested to see the workings out behind that. But like, listen, like you said, well drilled. Portugal look like they've got some serious weaknesses going on there. So yeah, really.
Okay, fair enough. But obviously, you know, that game could literally go either way. Ronaldo is Ronaldo in it. But moving on to France, and according to us anyways, Croatia. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Benzema hat-trick. Kojo, what are your thoughts?
Wow.
And Benzema's going to get a Modric share. He's already collected the other boys.
I think Portugal's midfield will have too much for Croatia, so I'll go
France.
France is midfield. We'll have
man just copied and pasted the same comment, you know. But
I've just got Ronaldo all in my head, man. Yeah, France. It's short and sweet.
Okay, everyone in the comments actually put Portugal, by the way. We've actually covered in the comments.
Quick question for the ITK, Usman. Is Ronaldo coming home this summer?
Right, okay, just FYI, this is a running joke that we've got going on. This isn't serious. But yeah, he is. He rang me last night. He is coming home. He FaceTimed me after the game. He said, I'm coming. And I said, say no more, bro. Say no more. Look, for me personally, he was talking to Mbappe after the game as well. And he told him to come as well. So Mbappe is on his way in a couple of years. We've secured them both. Apparently Sanchez done deal as well. So it is what it is.
It'll take us 5 years to negotiate it, but sure.
In a legit, the other French team got Hakimi done in 2 weeks, but you know what do I know? Innit? But so are we going for France, right? So that would mean France v Italy in the semi-final. No, that seems somewhat realistic. It's not too deluded, right? France v Italy in the semi-final. You know what? It's interesting because France have been somewhat reserved. However, I think those 2 goals for Benzema has basically sealed their place in the final for me personally, because Benzema just needed that duck off his back. Top quality, world class player. And I think we're going to see Benzema potentially win Golden Boot now, to be honest. So I'm going to say France beat Italy in the semi-finals. Kojo, thoughts?
Because I'm going to say Italy. I think if France met Portugal, France would beat Portugal. But if they meet Italy, I think Italy will deal with them. So
I was kind of thinking that as well, actually.
Italy.
Wait, I need to know where the Benzema twerking comes from, because I've seen this in the group chat as well. Where does the Benzema love come from so much?
Because he's been elite for 10, 11 years, no?
I mean,
but there's a lot of players that have been elite.
To tell you what, Lolis, I like players that don't get the respect they deserve. Hence why I mentioned Goretzka earlier. Benzema is one of the most underrated ballers on the planet. Like, to do at Real Madrid for that long of a period, and he hardly gets mentioned in the top striker conversation. Like, you very rarely see his name in there. So, yeah, someone's got to rep the homie. He's a top one.
Fair enough.
But who are you going for, Lawless? France or Italy?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be Italy. I think Italy's going to win. Benzema's going to recreate the Zidane headbutt, get sent off, and we'll get to recreate that iconic moment. Yeah.
Right, so we've got 2 for 2. So that means it goes to the chat, which there's not many of you. So, I might overrule it. Big Ron in the chat. Bandwagons jump on. Like it, Big Ron. Bandwagon, Benzema, Big Ron, the vote goes to you, mate. Italy or France? Who are you going for? Because we've got one Italy, we've got one France. I don't know if he's going to reply, but Kojo, just quickly, what do you think the difference is between the Italy and the French team? Because, you're saying Italy. I think, I've got France in it. Who's got France with me? Is it Rachel?
No, I got Italy.
Oh, wait, it's just me who's got France.
Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry.
Man, I feel sorry for Big Ron, man. He was like, it's my time to shine. I get the power. And you snapped it away from me.
Big Ron said France as well, but it is where it is. That's my fault. So obviously the lads said Italy, I went for France. Anyways, Italy in the final. That is one half of the draw done, whatever you want to call it. Let's move on to the other side, which the game everyone's waiting for, really. Sweden v Ukraine. Not Lawless, I think it's only right if we start with you, mate. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, listen, I gotta go Ukraine. Honestly, Yarmolenko is on fire right now. Sweden have been one of them teams that people have always expected bigger things from, and I feel like they've never been weaker, and they're obviously missing their superstar player. So is in Zlatan. So
now Lindelof's playing, man. Don't worry.
Oh no! Oh wow! They got changed it.
It's gonna be. So far. He's been good.
Don't forget Isaac.
Yarmolenko is gonna twist him up. Yarmolenko will twist him up, I think, and Ukraine will go through.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Fair enough. Kojo, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Ukraine as well. Apart from the twisting up Lindelof part, because that's the Iceman part. Yeah, Ukraine.
Okay, fair enough. Rachel, what do you reckon?
I think Sweden play better without Zlatan. They play much better football. I think they look more cohesive as a unit. So I'm going for Sweden. I think Sweden will win.
Right, okay, everyone in the chat, let me know because I've gone for Sweden as well.
But by the way, Kojo and Usman, all this love for Lindelof coming up when you wanted him to drop for Eric Bailly, you was like,
wait. I have never ever.
I need to go and find the receipts.
Go find it. It's not me, boy. I've told Bailly to get the hell out alongside that.
Oh no, that's me.
I prefer Axel F that the Crazy Frog over Tuazego. So that's.
I'm dead.
That was me. No, I stand by that right now. So it's so good. It's so good. Buy over Lindelof, man. I don't care, mate. I'm standing by that. But anyways, let's have a look. So I'll go for Sweden as well. I agree with Rachel as well. They play better without Zlatan. Isaac's been a breath of fresh air. Hasn't scored yet, and I think this is going to be his moment. So let's have a look what everyone is saying. We've got Sweden will win it. Sweden. Lindelof looks solid. Okay, that wasn't the question, but it's all good. Big up Osman, Kojo, Lawless, and Rachel. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate the love. Looks like Sweden are through, according to the comments, which means they will either be facing England, is it coming home, or Germany. I'll start. I'll just start this one. I think this is a really hard game to call, I must say, because I don't know what England team to turn up. But I think Germany are going to just win 2-1. That's what I would say. I hope it doesn't happen, obviously, but I think Germany just have that in. Just got too many winners in that team, and I think Southgate is. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I think Germany are just going to nick it, but that's just me. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Kojo, what do you reckon?
Germany are smacking them, man. Germany all day.
Right, okay.
All day.
Oh, fair enough. Right, Rachel. What are your
Germany.
thoughts? Wow, she didn't even hesitate. Rachel did not hesitate. Lawless, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, not that it matters because you three gone Germany, but you know what? As much as I've been cussing, as much as I've been cussing Southgate, do think that this sort of negative, pragmatic way of football will actually benefit England in this game. I think like Germany's lack of, a real hotshot striker, they're struggling to score goals. I think that will play into England's hands. You got Maguire, who's been looking good. He's obviously got more game time under his belt. I honestly think England will nick this 1-0. I can really see it.
It's gonna be one goal. I think. I don't think anyone's getting smart, Kojo. Honestly, I really don't. I might be wrong. But
maybe just me hoping. I don't know why I hope it as well, but
you know what? I feel like Kane's gonna score just so all the Spurs fans can be
Kane's gonna score and do shush, Lawless. No, that's for you, mate. Just know it's
Kitchen's gonna be all up in the chat. And
obviously your boy Grealish is doing well, isn't it, Lawless? Isn't it? So
fuck that guy.
Honestly, God, Lawless, you think you're Irish the way you hate it, but it's what it is. But anyway, let's move on.
You know what? Ireland is my other team, by the way. So.
Oh, is it? So that's
my family's Irish. I just hate him because but he does die. But he was doing it for England, man. The guy can't stand him. He was diving. He was blatantly diving.
Someone blew in his direction, man. He had to go down. Right. Anyways, let's move on. Let's just get this comment from Reese. England will win 2-0. We haven't showed our full potential yet, and Germany don't look great. I suppose that is a good point. England could only get better. We haven't seen the best of England at the moment. So that is a fairly valid point. Germany aren't amazing, so we could definitely beat them. But anyways, Holland v Czech Republic. Lawless, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts? Keep getting your comments in. I've just triggered everyone with that England and Germany game now. So everyone's just talking.
By the way, Germany had to rely on Portugal to stay in this competition.
Yeah, it is true. It's true.
They literally came this close, to being out.
That doesn't mean a thing to me.
I know, but I'm just saying, to be that. You can say they're going to win, but to be that confident, this ain't the same Germany, like the old Germany. They're of course they are still Germany, but let's not hype them up to the extreme level.
And that's why I think it's going to be close. It's really
another team I would have been but I don't know. It's England. That's what I'm saying.
If it goes to penalties, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Obviously, we are going to watch this back after the tournament. So just FYI, I just want to say, if England do happen to win, when I watch this back, and then I'm sure everyone's going to agree with me. If England win this game against Germany, they better be in the semi-final minimum. If they don't get into the semi-final, having beaten Germany, then Southgate out. He needs to get sacked on the spot.
Really, he should be going to the final, though.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I was just looking at it. Particularly with all due respect, they've got the easiest passage to the final. Their group was easy. They've only got to play Germany, realistically, and maybe Holland at best. And we'll get on to Holland now, actually. So, if we do watch this back after the tournament's happened, if you have beaten Germany, you should really go to the final. Anyways, Holland v Czech Republic. Kojo, we'll start with you, man. What are your thoughts?
The Dutch should really be winning this, but I think we're in for a shock result in this one. So, I'm going to go Czech Republic.
You go Czech Republic?
Yeah, I'm going for a shocker.
Fair enough. If Holland win the whole tournament, there's no coach who said that. Rachel, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to go Netherlands to win.
All right, fair enough. Lotus, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm going Czech Republic. I don't see it as a shock. I don't feel like.
I wonder why.
Say it.
Listen, we have Sofal and Souček. Yeah, there's two. Listen, Sofal. You know what? They had to move Jack Grealish to the middle so he wouldn't go toe to toe with Sofal again and get pocketed and bullied and everything else. Yeah, he was terrified.
Damn shit.
Telling you, he's terrified.
Man came to the ends and he got dashed to the middle, bro. Saying, go back in your bus and go to the middle and stuff. We don't want you here no more.
Watch, so far has been amazing this tournament. He's been a joy to watch, and he's been assisting. But Holland is another team that are living off of past glories. Do you know what I mean? They're a shell of their former self. I don't look at that team. I don't look at the Holland team now and be like, boom. you know what I mean? They're a
No,
threat.
I agree with everything you said about Holland, but what you're saying about Czech Republic is cracking me up, man. There's bias, and then this is just so
Oh,
good.
come on, like, come on. Look at this
Man
Czech
said they
Republic
had to
team.
move Grealish so he don't get pucked in the game. You know?
But they fully did.
Facts.
They fully did. Because he took one look at the lineup, was like, he started getting PTSD, right, when he saw Sosa's name on it. He was like, nah, listen, put me in the middle, please. I can't deal with it again. I can't be getting bullied like that. And what happened? He started to drift out. He started to drift out. Yeah, to the left. And what happened? Boom. Slapped down by Sofa. So.
Oh shit. Anyways,
Czech Republic. Always.
In case you haven't noticed already, Lawless is a West Ham fan. Anyways, right. Everyone's just wishing you happy birthday now. The chat fucking hell, laughing at you. Can you get your thoughts in regarding that one? Because I've gone for Holland as well. Me and Rachel seem to have the exact same opinion on every single game, which is beautiful to see.
Oh yeah, it's tiebreaker, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So we've got a lot of people talking in the chat, but no one's actually put the team down apart from one person, so it's not great. It's not a great sort of coup. So for me personally, the reason I've gone for Holland is because they've got too much quality in their team. I think Gini Wijnaldum and Depay are just top quality. I think Depay as well, another person. He's done okay. I'm not going to sit here and say he's done amazing, but he's done all right. He tends to do well for Holland. But Gini Wijnaldum has been brilliant from what I've seen anyways. I think he's been fantastic. The only issue is the manager's a bit of a fraud, isn't he, really? In a culture, as me and you slagging him off before the tournament started. So that's kind of blown up in our face. But listen, I'm going to have to go with Holland because the only 2 comments are both saying Holland. So I do apologize, boys. If Czech Republic do go through, then, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, moving on to the last game on this side of the bracket, which is Wales against everyone's favourites, Denmark, for obvious reasons. Kojo, thoughts?
Now I know Wes already in the comments saying, Wales.
There we go. We got the Dutch comment.
There you go. But no, it's a tough one because I feel like the days are a better unit.
Kojo, have you seen this one?
No, I can't see the comments right now.
I've got it on the screen on Lawrence's beautiful face.
I can't. If I come off the screen right now, it's going to go to the back screen again.
You need 2 screens.
Dan James hat-trick incoming. Someone's put. Have you frozen? Utter shock. Wales.
Just for that, Denmark. Just for that.
If England don't win the Euros, then I want Denmark to win it. I completely agree with that.
That'd be amazing if they did.
That Christensen's goal was outrageous, and Kojo's celebration as well. That was a good stream. I really enjoyed that one. Rachel, what do you reckon? Wales or Denmark? We've got one Denmark from Kojo.
Denmark.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. We got 2 Denmarks. Lawless thoughts?
Yeah.
Funny, Kojo's like the opposite of me. Like he backs the teams where Man United players are playing against. Like he's like, what? They got Dan James on it? No, Denmark. Like, no. Do you know what? I think. Oh, frozen. I'm back. No, I think Wales will edge it, and I think you know. What I mean, I think they've got some good players in there, and obviously. We're talking about winners. They have one of the biggest winningest players of all. Funny enough, he came from Tottenham. What a bit of irony for you there, in Gareth Bale. But yeah, I think Wales will edge it. It's going to be a good game. I think that will be the game to watch on this stuff for real. Right?
Interesting. No, I've gone for Wales as well because I think for me personally, Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale, if they don't beat Denmark, with all due respect to Denmark, like I said, my second team without a doubt. You know, if they were playing against Wales, I would be disappointed. But I got to back Wales.
England, Wales semi-final, man, as well.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, and that's what we're gonna have. I no shit. England's out, according to me. It was like, I just realised England's out, so that's not happening. I do apologise in advance. Yeah, I'm gonna go Wales, and everyone in the chat is saying Wales as well. We have got a couple of Welsh people here, so it's a bit biased, but you know, it's not Lawless level bias. Anyways, moving on. Let's go back. So we got Sweden, I believe, against Germany. So basically, no team that Kojo and Lawless have said. So this is basically me and Rachel. This. Yeah, Kojo, we'll come with you because it's definitely back both of these teams you did. Sweden v Germany. Who are you going for?
Germany.
Should we just say England for sake? I feel like
no, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. It's okay. Let's think of where we are.
No,
right. Anyways, Rachel, Germany or Sweden?
Germany.
Say no more. Lola, same question as always. Germany or Sweden?
Yeah, Germany. You know, if Ukraine would have gone through, they probably would have had enough there. But yeah, Germany.
You still, you know what? Still say that if you want, because if they do go through, then you can at least say you called it, innit? So I'm just gonna ask.
No.
Oh yeah. Don't say later then. Don't say later. No clip.
Right. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, Germany.
No, are you gonna say it or not? You gonna say Yarmolenko hat trick or not? Which one?
I'm saying Germany. I'm saying Germany. If they're through, if they beat England, they're gonna go. You know, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but they'll go to the next round. I'm not gonna spoil.
Okay, no worries. I'm gonna go Germany as well. So that's a clean sweep. Everyone in the chat said Germany as well. All one of you. Anyways, moving on to Holland v Wales, according to us. Again, you guys haven't called that one either. Kojo, thoughts?
But who's it?
Holland v Wales.
Holland. Over it. The Dutch.
Isn't Lovren play for Czech Republic?
Who?
Does Lovren play for Czech Republic? Who is Lovren? Oh, he's at Croatia, isn't he?
Lovren, Croatia. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Why have I rated them? They're shocking. Anyways, Reg, what are you saying?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Rachel's going strong in the Netherlands. Lawless, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm going Wales. You know, I don't rate Holland. I think Czech Republic would have beat Wales, but obviously we're not putting them through. But Holland, yeah, I don't rate them.
Okay, no, I'm gonna have to stick with my initial prediction, which is Holland's gonna flop. So I have to go for Wales because then I would be a proper hypocrite because I was going to town on Frank de Boer. So I'm hoping Bale and Ramsey do it for me. And like I said, I'm not going to bother with the chat because everyone's Welsh in there. So Wales are through. Anyways, moving on. Does that mean Germany v Wales in the semi-final? If I've done that correctly, I believe that. So Germany v Wales in the semi-final to play either France or whoever the other team was. I can't remember who it is. It's France, isn't it? It's Italy. Shit.
Wait, was it Italy that was voted on?
It was Italy. You guys put Italy through. I put France through. Right, Kojo, what are you saying? Wales or James to play Italy in the final?
Wales.
Right, this is definitely not right.
Oh, no, that's too funny.
Rachel, James. What are you going for?
Dan James is banging in.
No, if Dan James,
I can see him scoring a last minute winner, and I'm just gonna be crying of laughter here.
Imagine Dan James. Oh my God, he wins the Euros. That would be an absolute madness.
I'm half tempted to say Wales now, but I can't. Can't do it.
Rachel, do it. Oh my God, this is what sounds. Rachel, are you going for Germany?
All right, you know what? We'll go Wales for the chat.
Okay, and Lawless, what are you saying?
Jeez, I can't fathom it. I just fathom it. Wales beating Germany.
It's coming home. It's coming home in the world.
It's be a great coming home, kind of coming home.
In it.
What do you reckon?
Wales all the way.
England would be bantered into oblivion, like if that happens. Like if Wales win the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, no, I just can't. I think Bell is gonna try as he might, and he won't be able to score, and they're gonna go out. I'll say Germany.
Okay, so you've got Germany. I've got Germany as well, but to be honest, I can't use the chat. I can't use the chat. Everyone's bloody Welsh in here. There's only 3-4 people, and all supporting Wales. So it's like, I mean, fucking hell. What's your?
Well, you kind of got to go by the chat.
All right, Wales are through to the final. You heard it first. Italy v Wales to win the Euros. I mean, we have gone for the underdog story if you've ever seen it. Fuck it, might as well. Wales are gonna win it. Wales are going all the way. It's coming home, kind of. Who's the winner, mate?
Yeah, Italy.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't think Wales is going to do a Greece on them and just like go all the way?
If they do,
oh my God, I'll be so happy.
Listen, was it that real friend I said about LA? Yeah. Dan James, paper on the table, on the contract right now.
Yeah, if Dan James starts lining up, I'll be rate gas.
That's legacy confirmed, bro. That's right wing. Put Sancho left back or something. I don't care. Put him there, bro.
Sancho's better left wing anyway, to be fair. So
Exactly.
True. There you go.
No, Dan James, we play left wing, man. I don't know why we've ever doubted him, man. Wales are going all the way for me. He's gone for Barella FC. Rachel, what are your thoughts? Italy or Wales to win the Euros 2020?
all right, Wales are pulling it Greece, guys. Wales are gonna win it.
Shit. Oh, Lawrence, no, I forget the chat. Whatever you say is final. That's not the chat because there's no point. Whatever you say is the final result. So it's on you, mate.
The power. I hold the winner.
The only issue is there's no West Ham players on each team.
No, I tell you what.
Do it.
I could do it for the cameo, innit? The cameo.
Do it.
Don't do it, Lawless.
No, you know what? I'm telling you what, right? Okay. Obviously, Wales, their manager is locked up, whatever. This would be huge. I think they've got Gareth Bale. The king of finals, like Gareth Bale, man. He turns up for finals. We know this. This could be the time where he really turns up. I think I'm gonna go Wales. I'm gonna go Wales, man. That would be crazy.
I went for Wales for pure man, and somehow Wales have won the Euros 2020. You heard it here first. Not France, not Italy, not even Germany or England. Wales. Listen, it is what it is.
3 Champions League finals in a row. Like, come on.
And what Wales do,
pedigree is there. No, I know, but Gareth Bale, man. You know what? He's gonna do. He's going to do a Ronaldo. You know when Ronaldo took over Portugal and basically became the manager for that game? That's what Gareth Bale's going to do. He's just going to take over and become the manager.
Shit, man. He's going to be looking for the golf course and shit on his phone if he gets subbed off for injury. But listen, you heard it here first. Well, no, if Wales actually do win it, this is going to be the biggest clip. We called it here first. It's going to be outrageous. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. If you do watch this on repeat, which most of you probably will, make sure you put your comments in down below. Who's going to make it to semi-finals or final? And, of course, who is going to win it? Is football coming home? But to Cardiff, we'll let you guys decide. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It's been your boys, man, back with a watch-along on Saturday, I believe. Apart from that, enjoy your weekend.